In this video, I'm going to explain about higher order components. So first I will start with definition, then one example, and then its purpose and where it is used and why is it necessary. So HOC. So what is order components? Higher order components in React is uh, advanced advanced technique for reusing the component's logic. It is a function where a component is passed as an argument, and after that a new component is returned with enhanced features or props. That means in a function, like we pass variables or any string or any number or integer or boolean value, but here instead of that a complete component is passed as an argument. So what happens to that component? That components become it returns that component but in with enhanced features, so that we can use that logic again and again. That is reusing the same uh, c- code component, coding part. Now I'll write the code for a function with enhanced. What is that? Loading, comma, dot dot dot, plots. Now, yeah, if is loading is true, then return what? Uh, tag loading, dot dot dot, tag. But if it is not true, then return a wrapped component, dot dot dot, props. No, it is props. Here it is semicolon. Then on the right, export default function app. Was bracket now. Here const users is equal to uh, one d else else. So now here I'll pass a return user user list with with components user list with com the user list with loading, and here is loading is equals to false boolean value and users is equals to users, and then close this one. Here this is not defined, but here and all this is equals to with the thing So this mm, the right the function user list and then cross here you users like to return and bracket. Okay, you have that now we are on that users dot menu. Okay, you arrow no here I'll write you dot name and you dot name and inside of allow tag allow tag allow tag but because it is map function so I'll do key it's going to show you dot that is echo and now it is complete. Hmm. The React is not defined with for to get from here it is showing Alice and Bob. So that means the code is correct. Here I have written app function export default app function app and object users is taken and two users are taken here as input and this users is passed here in users list with loading but which is defined here but with loading is defined here and in this function here this function is hoc now user list is passed inside of this now this is where user list goes as a wrapped component. When user list goes at this stage, wrapped component it props. This is where it takes users as input and then it carries out all the function. What is it? It is showing, it is printing the name. So if I write here one more user, ID, 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 3, name is Elon. So here it is showing Elon. But this function is doing nothing but users.map and printing the name of all the users. But this is passed, the entire function is passed here. And because this wrapped component, this is returning enhanced component. Enhanced is doing what it is doing. It is just passing this these users into this and then executing each part one by one and then Alice, Bob and Elon are shown. So this is what where IPC is used, and the main use of higher order components is that it is used in reusing the components logic. The logic we have written here. Here the logic is written, so now we don't need to write this again and again. Only once we have written the complete in one line, and it is taking the logic. Other purposes all also there, which I have written here. HOC higher order component function that returns a function. This is we have seen in the example. It encapsulates reusable logic. Once the logic is written, it is used again and again, so it is reusable. Enhances functionality. The return component typically wraps because of the wrapped component. It is enhances functionality and convention for naming is with auth with logger like we have seen in the example. So that is the purpose of higher order component. Thank you.